Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Prime Time. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content unsubscribe to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you, it's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Ways Breakfast. Hashtag What Are You Saying? I hope you're having a fantastic start to your day. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. And as always, we're here to explore the issues that matter, shedding light on the topics that affect us all, especially in these trying times. And as always, we bring expert guests to help contribute their expert views to the conversation. But let's not forget, today is Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, it's just us ladies. So join us as we dive into today's topic and make the most of this hour together. Of course, my name is Oluchi Omenka, and this is me saying, welcome to the show. Good morning, ladies.
Welcome to the show. Good morning, viewers.
Yes, how are you doing today?
Excuse me. I'm cool. I'm fine, sharp-minded. I think I've decided that. Okay, this week, this month, I'm staying sharp. No matter what, no matter whoever is rubbing bad energy or whatever the situation might be, I will ensure that.
I saw your status yesterday, and I'm thinking there's this positivity vibe that
Yay!
you've surrounded yourself with,
I
and that's
mean,
like my vibe. So I'm really glad to hear that. Hi, God's
you.
beauty.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I don't know why you make me laugh every morning. You surely do make me laugh. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
What's up with you?
Nothing.
I want to cast your national TV. I want to tell them that you've been so distant from us lately.
You said this.
What did we do
I'm
to
just
you?
keeping my cool, actually.
You're keeping your cool.
Yeah.
Please, we want you to be all,
No, that's the thing. Of
Debbie.
course, I'm all lovey-dovey, but at the same time, I have to be cautious so that they don't say my tone or anything is disturbing anybody. Do you get?
But you know your tone never
It's key.
disturbs me.
That's why you are different. And that's why we always have the vibes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ways Breakfast. If you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please go to our official Upgrade TV, click the subscribe button, like and share the link. Today we'll be discussing on influencer marketing and fake products. And I'm sure every one of us at some point in our lives have experienced this or know people who have experienced it. So stay with us as we go on a short break, and we'll be back with the headlines across the globe. Glad to have you back from the break. Now let's take a look at the news from the pages of today's newspaper. Today we have The Punch, The Guardian, and The New York Times. I'll start with The Punch newspaper. The major headline reads, Ajaro's arrest saga. DSS succumbs to pressure as NLC plans showdown. Labour leader released ahead of NLC's 12 midnight ultimatum. PDP, LP, others lampoon federal government over arrest and evasion. 4 billion naira illegal arms, lawyers absent, stalls suspect arraignment. And AGF plans to abolish pardon for convicted looters. Gunmen kill Anambra Bisman after 10 million naira ransom dump corpse in Gota. Telecom services risk disruption as 800 workers begin strike. Above the major headlines, Enugu, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom lead as Mpox spreads to 21 states. And fuel landing cost rises, marketers fear high Dangote petrol price. And that's what we have for the Punch newspaper. The Punch really has a lot of story this morning. I almost feel like talking about everything, but I want to talk about something I've not spoken about in a while. I don't want to talk about the whole fuel stuff because I know we've been ranting about that for the longest. I will probably still do that for the remaining part of this week. But this one really caught my attention. It says telecom services risk disruption as 800 workers begin strike. We do not really want to think about the implication of this. So Nigerian telecom sector risk shut down as about 800 workers from the Private Telecommunications and Communications Senior Staff Association have embarked on strike, threatening to cripple services nationwide. The union, largely contract staff, warned of massive disruptions to telecom operation if its demand were not met, as this would leave millions of subscribers to face a potential communication blackout. The strike began on Monday, and the union's demand include, among others, reinstatement of some of its sacked workers, recognition of the union, improved working conditions, and remittance of membership dues. The implications of the strike will be massive because we have told all our members not to respond to any service outage from our employers. Ladies and gentlemen, actually ladies on this table, we do not really want to see the implications of the strike. I know one major strike that I know I have felt the impact very directly will be ASUN. Now this one, it will affect everybody.
Everywhere.
And it's quite amazing. I mean, strike at this period, what else are we not going to see on the table?
Like,
It's interesting. I mean,
recently, my friend, I think she had problems with her MTN SIM. I'm wondering if it is
my
related
mom did.
to this
I
strike.
think that
No,
has
not
something
sure.
to do with
There's
the
NIN,
NIN.
yeah.
Okay, the
That's an
NIN
NIN
stuff.
thing, yeah.
issues.
Oh, okay, but it's not related to the strike, so we're still safe for a while.
For a while.
Okay, in case
Yeah.
you
For
call us and we
on a
can't
while.
pick. All right, let's see what the Guardian has to say. this
Looking
morning.
straight to the page of the Guardian newspaper, there are a lot of screaming headlines, but the major one says, looming strike. Labour security agencies in deadlock over Ajaro's arrest and harassment. Right under it, 2027, Labour Party's troops will be OT of automatic ticket. Flood kills 24, destroys 7.8 billion properties in Bauchi State. Bandits evade hospital, kidnap nurses, patients kill 7. This is nothing but sad news.
Sad news.
Reps committee accuses BPE of wasting 10 billion registering to failed companies. Tensions as soldiers invade Okwama community again. Food prices spike amid government's delay of VAT hike. Niger tanker explosion, death toll rises to 59. The last but one reads, AGF moves to stop state pardon for indicted politicians. And the last one reads, shareholders move to recover over 700 billion naira trapped in private placements. And those are the stories. I would have loved to talk about the story of indicted state pardon for politicians. I really do not understand where a country like Nigeria, each time our politicians are found guilty of maybe embezzlement, of diverting of public funds to private funds, or privatizing some companies, they end up releasing them. Oh, they are under, I'm trying to remember the term, they are under this thing for a while. And after a while, when they leave their political seat, they cannot arrest them. When they now finally leave the political seat, we still leave them alone. They still go around town. White
immunity covers them.
God bless you. I was trying to remember that word, immunity. White Lion till today. I remember I watched the interview, the press statement by the White Lion. He said, EFCC chairman said, I would rather resign that for me not to catch White Lion. Till today, he's going around freely. He has not resigned. White Lion himself has not resigned.
So what happens is when they are under that political immunity, once they are under immunity, right, you cannot actually arrest them. Exactly what you just said.
Yes.
Now, it depends on what you want to arrest them for. If the time at which you are supposed to, because the thing is, every crime actually has an arresting time limit or time. Like if, for example, you want to arrest someone for a particular crime, right, and the penalty for that is probably 3 years. And they are under immunity for 3 years. After they come out, they are free because literally you cannot do anything because that time has elapsed already.
That means that immunity
covers them.
Doesn't need to be amended.
I already said that already. I remember having a conversation around this immunity thing. And I remember even the US too, when it happened to Trump as well. Many people so many people actually carry this. You know, it's one thing to say, okay, immunity covers them because you don't want them to, want them to just have a free flow of whatever they're already doing right in office. But at the same time, it makes them go away with a lot of things that they do in office as well.
But Trump's own is a bit different because
which means some people are above the law.
I can't say that.
It means some people are above the law. It means I can be a politician today and I will divert public funds to my family's account, to my offshore account, and I will ensure that I stay in power till the next 35 years that they want to punish me.
That's the bad part. You know, for every advantage, there is a disadvantage. Like I said, the advantage is to ensure that they have a free flow of what, just like the president, for example. Imagine you have an issue with the president, or the president probably commits a crime, for example. You cannot actually take him to court because right now he has other presidential duties that he needs to carry out.
What's not the place of the tutored election and we're taught in schools? Let's pass a vote of no confidence. Let's do tutored election. Let's vote him out.
If it becomes like very, very serious crimes, I don't want to mention murder, but are they not like exemptions?
That is, you should know what immunity is. Whatever crime
happens.
Yes.
Even treason, which is the major language.
I've just told you. So can we quickly
just want to run for power?
We should.
Let's quickly move on to the New York Times newspaper, please. All right, so by the left side of the newspaper, we have climbing trees to find clues on women trying to grab carbon storage in Amazon. Next to that, polls find race for White Horse is neck and neck. At times, Siena surveys, voters still unsure about Harris, but Trump's base holds fame. So there's this stuff I saw on the New York Times newspaper where, they asked the Americans and a lot of people that voted in that between, Harris and, who do you think would, win the presidential election that is oncoming? And to be honest, Trump is actually leading because he had 48%, while Harris had 47%. So it's just a 1% slash. Yeah. Margin. And I remember speaking to someone yesterday about this, and when I saw it, before I even saw it, we were already having a conversation. And this woman, she's more on Harris is definitely going to be in it. And I love the fact that there are a lot of women that are actually supporting Harris. Do you get what I'm saying? So if Harris automatically becomes the next president of the United States, I'm very sure other countries as well would actually take, so like women would definitely be in the forefront. And I see that possibility happening, but I mean, fingers crossed. Let's just see how it goes. All right, the next headline on the New York Times say China's women look to reclaim rightful payout. Next to that, in Tajikistan, punished for beards and hijabs. Next to that as well is the last headline on the newspaper, and it says Musk's ability to sway Trump carries pitfall. So the one I want to quickly touch on, since I already started with the whole woman thing, we have the China's women look to reclaim rightful payout. So in rural China, there's a tradition that when women marry someone from outside their village, they lose their village rights and benefits, like land ownership or government payouts. Even if they continue living there, these women known as married out women are treated as no longer part of the community. Recently, a group of 9 women from Guangdong province confronted local officials demanding why they have been denied the government payouts they were entitled to. This situation is part of a larger movement where women across China are fighting to reclaim their rightful benefits and land rights, challenging a system that unfairly excludes them because of their marriage choices. This is quite appalling because I don't see a reason why I would because I'm getting married to someone outside my village, then every other thing that belongs to me in my village will no longer become mine, becomes the government entity. And whatever that the government is supposed to be giving me normally, they would stop giving it to me because I didn't get married to someone in my village, but outside my village. You see, Like, that's what it is. It just shows that there's really a woman problem all over the world. So it's not even a Nigeria thing or a USA thing. Yeah. Because for me to be hearing this in China, I mean, I literally applaud China a lot when it comes to technology. Yeah. But having to read the newspaper and see that, oh, these people don't even respect their women, it is quite appalling.
Gender inequality
like, it is actually bad. So I like the fact that, I mean, this movement is starting by 9 women, you know. So they are speaking to the local officials about it. I just hope that their voice are heard and it doesn't escalate to having a protest and all of those things.
You know, one thing, I remember yesterday's show, the woman that we brought up, she said that when it comes to women marginalization, women are always very vocal to stand for their rights. And she was giving us hints how that youths can also take up this initiative and be so vocal and advocate for what they think should be right. All right, that's all we can take for today's newspaper. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll go straight into the hot topic for today. Stay with us. We'll be right back shortly. Welcome back from that short break. So as earlier discussed, we will be discussing influencer marketing and fake products. And guess what? You can reach us on our phone lines at 070-2500-7749 or 070-1424. I lost that. 070-1424-2420. I take it again. 070-2500-7749 or 070-1424-2420. So today I want to discuss about influencer marketing and fake products. And we've seen influencers promoting products on social media. It's a huge trend, and it's changing how we shop. But here's the problem. Not everything they promote is as legit as it seems. A lot of people are getting caught up with fake or counterfeit products, and it's becoming a big issue. So today we're going to break it all down, how influencer marketing works, why fake products are slipping into the mix, and what influencers, brands, and even we as consumers can do to be more aware. We would also look into how to spot the red flags and avoid getting tricked online. All right, let's start the conversation proper. So something is not on this table, but she said that this topic is so interesting that she would really have loved to be here, you know, and mention it, because when it comes to this kind of topic, people have their experiences to share, or people know of people who have been duped or had, you know, wrong experiences. Personally, I haven't had any influencer marketing fake products because what happened to my Yaba market and where I can go to check things out and actually buy them. But the game of influencer marketing has changed. So my first question is, let's even try to understand this. For people like me who probably do not shop online as much, what exactly is influencer marketing, and why have we seen it become so popular in recent years?
Let's start with, let me sound like a guest. Thank you very much once again for bringing me. So, influencer marketing simply means getting an influencer, a well-known name or brand, to influence your product. Now, speaking of the experience, I would have said I have, but I've gone online to check for reviews of a skincare product before I bought mine, and they didn't use like an influencer. It was just people. I think I have serious trust issues when it comes to buy things online. So when I saw the product, and everybody was saying, "Oh, this product is good, it's good." My mind, I was doubting it, but I had serious acne breakout. So I said, okay, let me just take the risk and try it out. And it worked for me. So the issue now is you should make your own research before saying you want to buy a product influenced by an influencer. Because oftentimes, we spoke about BBL recently, and most of them already did BBL before coming out to advertise one. Rub it on your left-hand side, rub it on your stomach.
What do they call that?
Waist trainers. Yeah. So oftentimes, they do not work. So I think if you want to buy a product online, the fact that they've used a celebrity doesn't mean their product works or not. It might work, it might be a very good product. But I think it's best for you to do your due diligence. So influencer marketing means renting or hiring the services of an influencer to help market a product online. Yeah.
That's what it is, actually.
Okay, so do you think that people will trust influencer, even with what you're saying? You know, some people will still prefer to purchase things online and just buy things because somebody is loud about that product. But do you think influencer marketing is changing the game of traditional advertising and marketing?
I think that happened, yes, actually, and that's because of the, like, what we are in the technology space right now. So that's really what's going on. Like, I remember when we were talking about the whole brand influencing, whatever, when we were talking about personal branding.
I think that was Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember when I was saying about advertising, right? So the word has changed where during that, I mean, it's in the, probably our older generations where if you have probably this to sell now, that you take it to the TV station and they would sponsor it. And do you know one thing those TV stations does? They ensure that that brand in particular that they want to sponsor is brand that is authentic.
Exactly.
They are not lying. It's brand that it will impact on people positively. Do you get what I'm saying? But in today's world, once you just call, I'm sorry to call names now, but once you call Anash Musi to come and work on a particular distance, she's going to dance and sing and all of those things. And I feel like it's not our job 100% to do a diligent. Of course we have to make sure that, I mean, before you buy anything, do a diligent course on it, ensure that what you want to buy is authentic and all. But I also feel like it's the job of the influencers as well. Because, I mean, when you look at certain people, the things that come out of their mouth, you be thinking they have sense. Not until you see them influence things that don't make sense. That's when you want to question their IQ. Bruh, how are you thinking? Do you understand? So it's important that these influencers themselves, do a diligent course to ensure that whatever that they're going to be influencing is things that would, impact on the society positively.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
All right.
Okay,
You want to say something? Please go ahead.
Yes, I've influenced for 2 brands before. And
We're talking to an influencer.
Influencer, O'Shea!
I in general. So the first one was a website, a teaching website, where a grading platform also. So with the platform, you can, as a teacher, you can just input the grades of your students, and it will help you very fast and very nice. So when the person brought it to me, because I create educative content, I had to first ask, is it registered? Is it from something? Then I myself will try it out from start to finish. So if I'm going to post it, I'm going to post my own procedure, my own email address and everything. So I have a separate email address for stuff like this. So the guy was reluctant, and I was telling myself, like, you're reluctant, bro. I will not put this thing out there. I might feel like I don't have a brand, but just one person might do it and might get hooked, and this person will come back to me.
Yeah.
So I myself, I did my due diligence. The second brand that came to me, I first asked for the CAC certificate. Is it registered under CAC? So if push comes to shove, I don't want any issue where that they will not start asking me, did you ask them? Did you find out this? Did you do this? Perfume business are normal. Come and buy perfume, 2 for 1. For those ones are normal. Come and buy a scarf. Those ones are normal. But when they are providing like lash extension, I've done the lash extension with you before, and I'm telling you, your lash extension is the best in the world. Oh, it's the best. The services are so relaxing, are so this. Celebrities should not do that, especially when it comes to hair growth products, stomach snatching products. To be honest, to be honestly honest, enough of they are going to pay you money. Enough of the money means a lot to you at the moment. Do your due diligence. Do not just advertise things you've not done, you've not tested, you've not used. Yes, they will bring some product to you. You'll be scared to apply it on your face. You'll be applying it for us to see on camera. But we all know that you are cleaning it off immediately. That's not what you really use. Yeah. So I feel like don't take that ads. Like Regina Daniels. You know this is not the skincare you're using. If your own skincare that you're using money to buy, if you're not bringing adverts for you, that's fine. You yourself can do free ads for them. Okay, I use this thing and it works for me, right? You might not say it in an advert form way, but don't advertise products that you've not used. I've used this device. I can tell you, okay, this device is good. Although at times when it gets hot, it can cook egg. But I've used it, I can tell you. But I've not used this device before. And I'm telling you, oh, this is a device. You can send something as fast as possible. Your lip syncing is 100%. Your this is that. It's very wrong. You are misleading your followers because we trust you to a certain extent, not to mislead us.
You know what I think? I think that human beings were naturally a product of influence. I mean, you mentioned already that you have influenced for 2 brands, and these people trusted you. I'm sure, let me not assume, but there are probably people who have watched you for a while.
Yeah.
They may be a bit close to you. Look at ourselves. I might not have done any major influencing, but you have influenced a particular thing that you have used to your friend.
Yes.
Definitely.
What's happening to this your face? How did you take care of your sunburn? Oh, guys, this is what I use. That is also influencing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to influencer marketing, we know that what is playing out is that there is a monetary benefit for them.
Yeah.
And we know what money does. Money somehow blinds our
Blinds,
judgment and makes us sentimental. So this is like, you know, an expository show. We're sharing information, we're sharing experiences. But I'd like us to also touch for people who can fall victim of purchasing things online because an influencer is, you know, propagating it, spreading the good news. We're not trying to say that people shouldn't purchase things from any influencer. There are good influencers out there. I really I would mention Salem King. Anything Salem King influences, there's just a way he does it that makes me actually want to be interested in what he's doing.
Oh,
and he's not
husband?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it's not just influencing products or things to eat and wear and look beautiful. There are things that are educating. There are things that are going to actually help you. And there's storytelling. There's a way it's built.
Yeah.
So you will know that he's not, of course, everybody is doing things for the money. Let's not act like nobody is doing for the money. But there is an intention to actually help his community benefit maximally. So influencers should always consider the fact that it's not just about the money. There's a community that I am responsible for, and their well-being, I'm also responsible for it.
Yeah.
But of course, there are the red flags. There are things to look out for. There are things that will indicate that these products, there's something fishy about it. So for people who are unaware, who are oblivious, you know, how can we help them spot out some red flags when it comes to purchasing things that an influencer is displaying?
I'll start with, first, on Instagram. There is a way to check if an Instagram account is fake. Personally, I cannot say if it works for everyone, but I've tried it a couple times and I think it works. So I don't know how to describe, because this is not like a tech explanation class.
Yeah.
So go to the top 3 corners of your Instagram page. You click the person's profile. After clicking the profile where it shows the person's name, the bio, I do this, I do that. You click the top 3 corners. There's these 3 dots on the side. You click the 3 corners, and then you will see restrict, block, report, about this account. You click on the about this account. When you see the about this account, you will now see the number of times this person has changed their account name. So you will see it. If it's 3 times, if it's 2 times, if it's 4 times, you will see it there. When you click it, you will see the number of times. So if a person has changed their account name more than twice, there's every possibility that this person is a scam. Then product like gadgets, there are some locations that they are actually scam, should I say savvy now? Locations like Badagry Road. A lady complained online recently that she ordered the phone online. Like something Badagry Road, Eleko area, all these distance places,
yeah.
right? And then, first thing you want to buy a product online, try to check the address on Google Map. We all use Google Map. Check. You can zoom in. You will see the exact location. You will zoom in. Google Map has been so 3D, right? You will see the name. You will see the streets. You will not see animation. You will see the exact one. If the person's brand name is not there, if the person's brand, like all this, I love kitchen equipment. When I'm trying to buy a new pot, or maybe something new, or maybe dish or something, I go to check. Idumota, no problem. I'll check. I'll look out for the exact shop. If your shop does not have a brand name, something kitchen accessories or something, I start to doubt you. Right? And then when you reply me as fast as you can, I'm not saying real vendors do not reply fast.
Okay.
But there are just some green lights. Either comes too cheap, they're either trying to woo you over. So first thing, check if the account name has been changed. It might be their first account. They might try to rebrand, yes. So check that. Do your due diligence. Go to Google Map. Check that address if it's on Google Map. And if you know someone that stays in that area, you can as well tell them to help check around if that address really exists. And then check for reviews online. All these are big products. I want to buy Hisense. I want to buy Kenwood. Check for reviews online. Do they burn quickly?
sometimes these reviews, how can we even trust it? Because I remember buying one particular skincare. I checked reviews online. I was like, oh, this one is going to work. I bought it and I was seeing some things on my face that the Holy Ghost delivered me from. So these reviews that we're talking of again.
Because, I mean, of course it can be written by people. It can be written by them.
It can be written by people.
Okay, so are you
Holy Spirit, you need discerning spirit.
Discerning spirit at this point. All right, guys, you were going to say something. Red
okay, so
to
I think that I would just state like probably 2 or 3, right? So the first one is the influencer themselves. Because if you want to go and buy a product from somebody, you should know who is influencing that product. To be honest, you would see there are people when you see a certain kind of influencer influence certain kind of product, you know that this one is actually just joking. To be honest, you know that this one does not work, right? I'm trying not to call names here, but you also see that if you see some kind of influencers, use Adesua, Banky W's wife, use Nancy Sime. You cannot see those people because they know how important their brand is. You cannot see them influence rubbish. You will not see them influence something that is not going to work. You will not see them influence a certain kind of thing that you'll still be thinking, are you sure this is working or this is not working? Do you get what I'm saying? But the kind of people that most people go and buy from is people that literally have not eaten since morning. You are going to go and buy something from an influencer that is yet to even understand what he or she is influencing.
What about the likes of Kiki? I really do not understand Bet King here and there. Bet King here and there. Oh, my apologies. I'm not meant to mention the name. Okay. But everywhere you turn to, every skit maker you turn to, wait, don't scroll. Have you heard of Kinikon? This is my promo code KIEKIE.
That's quite different now.
What's the difference?
That one is different. Why that's different? Because it has to do with people that are into, I think, football and stuff like that.
Betting.
Yeah, betting. They do betting. And they're not, I don't think they are influencing you to buy that thing. It is more like if you want to go and win, it's more like gamble now kind of thing. Yeah. So if you win, you win. You lose, you lose. It has nothing to do with the influencer.
So that means there's influencing to purchase a product, and there's just an influencing to be a service.
Exactly. We are talking. Me and actually talking about
is wrong. I don't expect the likes of Kiki. Yes, she does not have to live by my own rules. Okay. But I don't expect the likes of Kiki to be to be doing adverts for the likes of betting platforms. Why? If I'm seeing the likes of Brain Jotter doing PR for betting platforms, then I'll say, okay, that's fine.
What's the difference? Wait. What's the difference between a Brain Jotter and a Kiki?
They are both skit makers, right? Okay. But we know that Kiki does more of stand-up. She does more of event hosting. No. So I feel that has put her in a different... That's where you're getting for betting platforms.
That's where you're getting it wrong.
The thing is, there are some people that will believe that in a way, they are still a little bit corporate. In a way. They are skit makers. Look at this guy, Eniolua. He does skits before, he does random videos before he started getting all these endorsement deals. Someone like Eniolua, in our head, in our subconsciousness, we believe, okay, we cannot put Eniolua and Shark's comic in the same place. Yes or no? Right. Yes. So I will expect the likes of Shank to be doing betting platform. I would not expect the likes of Eniolua to be advertising for a betting platform.
So that means we're putting them in a stereotype.
No. It's not like we are just identifying them. Your brand is different from my own brand.
Okay, guys, BT.
So this is it here, right? The Kiki you're talking about started off being a skit maker.
Yes.
So if you're not saying that you don't want her to be doing betting whatever, she stayed with that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this whole hosting thing, when did she start hosting? I'm not sure Kiki is up to 3 years in hosting. I'm sorry to say. Do you get what I'm saying?
And sometimes hosting can also be about appearances, like basically because you are...
Again, you cannot compare, because she's hosting, you cannot still compare her to a Nancy. Nancy stayed up how? So that's how you should know these things. So because of she's now doing the hosting, doesn't mean she cannot do the whole betting thing, because that's what skit makers do. That's the business for skit makers. That's what they influence. You're talking about a Shank, a Brain Jotter. These people are skit makers. So if at the end of the day, probably we now start seeing a Brain Jotter become a host, and you are not also seeing him do the whole betting thing, you will not say because he's somehow corporate. Come on now.
I really wish I can explain better.
I understand what you're saying.
I feel like you do not understand. Let me use someone else, for example. Okay. This guy came to my mind a minute ago.
Who's that?
This guy that acts like a police officer. The other one of Bola Shaggy.
Was?
Exactly.
I think I'm not on social media.
If officer should do ads for a condom brand, right? I would not expect the likes of Gloria Olufeko, you know Gloria
Okay, yes,
Olufeko,
I do
to
know
do
her.
ads for a condom brand. So there's just these unconscious stereotypes in our head. They are this brand that we kind of respect them, right? Just imagine we are seeing Kiki doing ads for a condom brand. Yeah, she is a skit maker, but there's this way she still position herself that she didn't position herself like is a random. I feel like you would not even put the likes of Officer Woz and Kiki in the same.
Can you put the likes of Kiki for a scholarship advert or influence?
We want to put Enioluwa in places like that.
Can you put Kiki there?
No, we cannot put Kiki there because the type of this thing she does is a little bit different. So everybody has different ads. Like Ashmusi, don't worry, do condom brand, that's fine. Do black drinks, that's fine. Do Bet King, that's fine. Do anything because they are just there. You can do hair product today, that's fine, it works for you. The likes of Pokoli can do ads for anything, anybody, any human being, any service. So there are some individuals that we feel like you should not be found in certain spaces.
All right, we have to take a short break now.
Okay.
I know that this conversation is getting intense already. We'll come back to continue this conversation and ask more questions. Remember, you can join us by calling our phone lines displayed on the screen now. We'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, viewers. This is Two Ways Breakfast, and if you're just joining us, we've been discussing influencer marketing and fake products. And my ladies here has a lot of things they've been, in fact, bantering themselves. You can actually join us on this conversation. Call our phone lines displayed on the screen now: 07025007749 or 07014242420. All right, back to the question that we were asking before. Me, I was even going to say this soon.
Okay.
We have, a call already. Good morning. All right, let's move on. I think we lost that. So I'm going to say that when it comes to me purchasing anything online, I'd agree with, I don't know who mentioned it, but I think you people have mixed your ideologies together. I would purchase from somebody that it looks like it is their niche. Why? Because they would probably give me more information about that stuff. Right? I can't purchase, I'm sorry, but okay, of course I trust Salem King and I know that he has built credibility over time. He's transparent. I can see the lineup of the good things he has done.
Yeah.
But if he starts to influence for his skincare, I personally look at him like, okay, not bad. Maybe his wife is using it or something. You know, my mind will not quickly tilt towards that. And I think that, okay, we've got a caller. Good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, I think we lost that again. You can keep trying to call us and we'll be here to pick. So going by what I was saying before, so I would most likely want to purchase from someone that I feel like it's their niche. Now, when it comes to skincare, my mind will readily go to lifestyle vloggers, skincare and beauty vloggers, people that do not just anyhow content, informative content.
Yes.
This is how to apply this serum with this. So when they are talking about, products to use, there's already a credibility that they've sown in my mind, and I would want to purchase it. Do you understand? So I think it's actually true. It's not.
Do you not understand when I say I don't appreciate in the likes of Kiki advertising for betting platforms?
It's you that don't get what I am saying.
Please, let her get it. We must get it on this one.
No. I see. Ha, Lord.
No, put me on. We disagree to agree, right?
I kind of understand what she's saying, yeah.
Okay.
When she says that.
All
I
right,
mean,
please hold on. Let's
okay.
try this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Yes, I can hear you. Welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I guess network is just showing us its power.
Good morning.
Can
You hear us?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I just wanted to say that I think what the second host, the second anchor was talking about is their target audiences are very different.
Okay.
So in the case of Kiki, I would assume that our audience are not guys that use this betting platform. So it's quite absurd for her to be promoting those brands when that's not what your target audience interacts with. That's number one. Number two, I feel like influencers don't know the responsibility they have when it comes to promoting products. Because, like your audience would use that product, and if anything happens to your audience, it's on you because you're the one that has said, oh, this is good enough to use. I am telling you, I'm someone you trust or someone you look up to.
Yeah.
So, and I have said this is good, so go on and use it. Yeah, so they don't know that they have that much responsibility, which they should know that they have, and they should do their due diligence in, fact finding and fact checking and all. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. So I think that's actually very profound. The audience is determined, but how do you even know? These people on social media, they have a wide following. How do they even know the particular audience for a particular? I mean, I can follow somebody like Kiki and follow someone like Enyolua, different kinds of nature. So who exactly? So let's go to this particular question I want us to ask. We've taken the position of we, the audience. Okay, we have someone else trying to call us. Ayo, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Waze.
Good morning, Ayo. Thank you for calling us. What do you have to say about today's conversation?
Yes, so I wanted to just put in my, should I say, 10 cents.
Okay.
Because I was just thinking through it that when you go through these influencers, their pages, you will see that usually they have like, maybe in a week, they'll sponsor like 20 brands, 30 brands. They don't have the time to start verifying each brand. Do you understand? So it's mostly about the value issue and how much money they can make, basically. That's why, for example, you will see someone like, I think there was an example, someone, I've forgotten her name, but she was, sponsoring a brand that was not consistent with our own image. It's just about how much money. There was even a time that a very popular musician today, he sponsored like an MLM scheme.
Very true. Very true. Oh my.
So look at that. And even if the MLM scheme failed, nothing happened. It's still fine. It's still singing today. Everything is still fine. I don't want to call names, but it's just the value issue basically, and how much money they can make.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you very much for that. Thank you. That's so profound. That one is already bringing memories. Because I know plenty of people that fell scam to that. And there was some sort of credibility because when it came out at first, I was asking people that, do you really think this is something to go for? But when this particular influencer now started talking about it made people relax that if this one can talk about it, there's nothing wrong that can
At times, I used to appreciate my parents for naming me Miracle because I heard out of the scam. I was working there, I think I was my uni days or something. So I was working in the school as a teacher, right? As a homeschool teacher. So I was paid, we were paid in cash. So I was about to take the money to bank to go and deposit to MNM account. And that was the day it crashed. I just stomped back, I took my money and bought something.
Somebody told me that the reason why Nigerians will always fall for scam is because we're greedy.
Yes.
If you're not greedy, why would you think
10,000
will give you 50K?
Nah,
very greedy, yes.
So I'd like to ask this question as we begin to bring it to a close or gradually bring it to a close. let's take the seat of the influencers now themselves, because we should influence one day, right?
We will be influencing one day.
The seat
Come
of the
on.
influencers, what kind of education do you think these people need to have concerning their brand? The Ayo from Lagos mentioned that we have another caller in the house. We have an influx of call today. We're glad to have you again. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very well. Please, what do you like to say about today's topic on influencers, marketing, and fake products? Oh, the call ended. Quite sad. I hope you call us back.
Please do.
All right, I was saying something. I lost my thoughts.
You're talking about education they should do.
Yes, the education that they should do. I mean, I think there are different kinds of influencer marketing. There are influencer marketing that the brands themselves would go to these influencers directly. Please influence my product. The other kind of influencer marketing that these brands will go to marketing agencies who will then
PR
source
firms.
out these influencers. They call some of them micro influencers, macro influencers. So I think the best is even to go through these marketing campaigns or bodies, because I feel if you decide on your own to pick an influencer for your product, you might have some bit of sentiment towards it. But these campaigns these bodies that are, we have Mary back. Good morning, Mary, again.
Good morning.
All right, so what do you like to say about influencer marketing and fake products?
Okay, so I just want to share my 2 cents about this. So when it comes to influencer marketing, I feel like a lot of influencers are getting things wrong. And coming from the angle of people that also want to promote their products, they are getting a lot of things wrong. In the sense that I work with a marketing agency. And when we have a product that we want to, push out there, and we think like, we have to make it of an influencer. What comes to mind is what kind of influencer fits into this product. We check, I think someone mentioned on the show from one of you saying that your personality matters. What people perceive you to be, perspective about that particular influencer. They will know that, this is somebody that fits into this product to promote this product. We check your audience as well. So, and we also see that, people like Salem King, they are very good influencers that care about their audience. Yeah. They care about what people perceive them to be. They are very keen on building their brand, in a certain way. And you will not see them influencing for just any kind of product. People like Salem will turn down some kind of brands when they come to him, not because the product is bad. It might be bad at times, but not because it's bad at times. It could be because it feels like, it doesn't fit into the kind of audience I'm building. My audience, it will tell you, my audience might not really buy into this, and you will not get the results you want. So I feel like influencers should see this beyond what they want to gain. Of course, there's monetary, value to it. But then when you keep influencing for products and you're not giving your audience what they want, you are also reducing your own worth. People will not perceive you as what you should be perceived as. I don't know if you get me.
Yes, I do.
So people, you are also reducing your own credibility. And then if you get to a point, you see that your audience are not even buying into what you are trying to tell them. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share about. So influencers also need to, be very careful what they influence for and see it beyond monetary value. You should see it with the fact that they are building their own personal brand. So they are passing a perspective about themselves. And then the brand as well also have to think that, who are we, who is the best person for this? Not just because someone has the numbers.
Yes.
And you feel like they are the best to just influence for you. Do they have the market for your product? All of this really matters. And it's a whole lot of things. Yeah, sorry.
All right, thank you very much, Mary.
Mary.
Now, let me use an example. Nengi, Big Brother Nengi. Yeah. The fair, big back Nengi.
Hey.
All right.
You can imagine Nengi advertising for, there's this trending master's course online now. You can imagine seeing Nengi on the master's course. Are you willing to study in the United States of America?
Or this
Unicaf thing. So it doesn't go with our brand. Are we expecting there of Nengi doing my skin like milk? Do you understand? Or the fact that, are you looking to smash your waist? That's it. Individual personality, your brand.
Just for fun, I want you to profile God's Beauty. What kind of brand can she use?
God's Beauty. I will see it as, do you really want me to talk like honest answers or
Yes,
surface
I want
answers?
us to break the ice a
Stop
bit.
going to talk to me.
So I would see it as someone that would do ads for juries. Yeah.
Juries?
Yeah, juries. So I would not see her in the educative sector, maybe.
Can you imagine? So I don't know book by.
It's not about you not knowing books. You don't look the part.
Oh.
Wow,
Yeah.
some shades are being
Unconsciously,
thrown
we
here.
are just judgmental. Yes, I know you might want to say I'm judging, but unconsciously, we Nigerians are judgmental. We judge by what you look like. We judge by your look. If I see a guy on cornrows, I love a guy on cornrows. My parents say, no, Kishomoluabi. Right. So unconsciously, oh, she's on tint. Maybe like a video vixen, you know, something like that. We start to think that this girl, she's
fit
thick.
into this.
She'll be able to twerk on the cam.
Hey.
You know, that's the type of person who unconsciously start to judge them.
Twerk on the
Oh,
cam.
she can walk on the yacht. Yeah. To be advertised for
Wow, such
alcohol
profiling.
brand.
Like,
I wouldn't ask you to do mine because I might cry. So let's just put it in your mind. I was saying something before Mary called, and I think she mentioned a bit of it. I think that brands, upcoming brands, or even established brands, can do themselves much good if they do not source for these influencers themselves. They should go through, you know, trained organizations that can do that, because these people will do interview, they would outsource, they will look at who best fits into this, who has the market and can sell this for you. And that way you can, because at the end of the day, you know, some of these influencers, you know, they will escape.
Yes.
They can escape any, what's it called now? Any bad comment on social media, because
backlash.
things die quickly. But your product will not escape. Your own brand will not escape.
So speaking to brands here, I feel like there's this thing I see in merchants now, and I really wish other like brands will adopt as well. So you know those QR codes that it could check
Canva.
whether it's authentic and all. I think brands should start emulating things like that, so that when you sell, even though the influencer you are giving do not check it, people that is going to buy from the influencers don't end up,
check
you know,
it.
bringing bad reports and all, because I mean, there's a lot going on social media.
Exactly.
And I don't know why you have a brand and you've not taken it to NAFDAC for registration. It is quite funny, but it's not funny, because the truth is, whatever happens, like you said, the influencers can actually go scot-free without anybody coming
Another
for them.
brand will come
but
up,
you
some other
yourself,
trend.
you would feel it. So it's important that you take note of these things, so that, I mean, to avoid you having issues with your bank. You go come talk, say, all the money why I don't put for this thing, I don't get any, I don't see any gain.
Why are we not talking
Yeah.
about land owners and all this land, buy
Real
a
estate.
house with 10K, you can buy a house in Ibejoleki, we build
Spread
it
it over
and
6 months, over 12 months.
Wait.
It looks like she has been a victim. Have you
Do
been a
you-
victim?
I want her
been
to
a victim.
explain better.
But okay, I kind of like have experience with. I love ours. Let's build. Let's start from scratch and all of that. I think I kind of like have experience about it.
Okay.
So in Lagos, it is believed that buying either a virgin land, which is you either have omonile issues. If you are not buying the virgin land, which is a non-virgin land, you have issues from it's Lagos property. Where are your court official documents and other things? So for land people, most of the land you are selling out to people, this land are on lease, which means this land was rented for 20 years. They will not sell it to you. So when it's now time for the rent on the lease product is now out, they will not come and meet you. They've sold the land to you, they've
I feel
gone,
you.
they flew
I
away.
get
They will
what
not come
I'm
and
saying.
meet you
I
that
get what
have
I'm
C of O that you claim you do have. They will not come and start, this land is government property. This land has been marked for government projects. You not start running from court to
That's
to
why.
CEO's house
That's
and all
why
of that.
when you're getting a land, go with your lawyer, right? You guys
You know,
get,
Atems cannot
go
be
to
smarter than
the
the smart.
registration.
No, that's
See,
not true. I think
you-
if you want to
If
be
it's
duped,
places
you
like
will.
if
you're
it's
being
places like
intentional
Ondo or
about
Akure,
it.
I would agree. But in places like Lagos,
If you're being
Nah.
intentional
even the
about
Oba,
it.
even the Oba of that area, of that area, Shomolu of that area, will tell you, okay, this land is good. And when somebody will bring bigger money and give the king and the land grabbers, they will collect the land from it. It has happened to close people that I know.
I get what you're saying. I'm not disputing that. It happened a whole lot of times. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying, that it's important that you go with your lawyers. Now, you will go and check if that house has been registered before. If that house has been registered before or it's under government property, you will know.
Yeah.
So it's not by getting C of O. Is that land registered? How many years does that land have? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All these things are very important, because if you just wake up one morning and people just do transaction because you're running away from Omonile, the way I hate those people, those Omonile people. But I mean, because you're running away from all those having to pay for a lot of things that I really does not care. Do you get? You just go and meet your lawyer, right? If you're going to get a house that is well furnished and all, go get a lawyer. Go and check if this house has been registered before. Go and check what has been done to the land, the years this land has stayed, who did they bought it from, who has the land, who has it
Let's
been sold
link it back to our topic.
all these things matters.
You will not meet a family lawyer or a marriage lawyer or a commercial lawyer for this type of property. You meet a lawyer whose expertise is basically on land purchase, landowners, and everything.
I was going to say something before we wrap up the show.
Okay.
I almost lost my train of thought, but I'm trying to gather it back.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Come
welcome.
back. Let me feel.
I think I need a cup of coffee.
Okay.
So I was going to say that when it comes to influencers, I think that they escape a lot of things because of how social media is. I know of a particular skincare brand. We all know it. We're not going to mention names. That skincare brand was trash. People had bad reviews about it, but we had a lot of influencers talk about it. And these influencers talked about it very passionately. But when it went bad, after a while, probably not talk about
Everybody
it.
washed their hands off.
But these influencers are back again, right? And they still have the traction, they still have the views, the likes, the comments, the love, because we know what it means to be an influencer, especially BB Nigeria stars. I mean, at this point, everybody wants to be a reality star because no one's waiting for you outside.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, so that question of credibility, is this now still true? Because if people will bounce back and you will still buy another product
From the press
that
from
they will
those
talk
people.
about.
Do you know who I blame? You that's buying it.
Exactly.
That's who I blame.
That's the truth.
When I wanted to start my skincare journey, I saw this review online. Fine, I didn't see any celebrity on their page buying this thing. I looked for their working store. Oh, not far from my place. I took keke and I drove to the place. And I see, I'm buying this. This is my first time buying it. If this thing did not work for me, my sweat will ask you. Because it is my salary that I put together to buy this thing. And they said, don't worry. I even did facials, did everything. They said, this thing did not work. See, the fact that, is it that I will first come and shout your entire building down. And when I'm shouting, I'm filming, I'm posting online. Right. So you are telling her, in fact, you remove your glasses, you speak pidgin. So they will say, okay, this person is just making empty threats. But online, at least not in block, God forbid.
Where can
To
you
be
really
honest,
trace?
for every time, even when I'm going to like the market to get something, I feel like I've just had this notion of, look at this thing very well. Is this thing, how much do you call it? Are you sure it's doing what I say I want?
I will not
If you
price
say
you.
yes, I'll put it on you. Now, you see, you said yes. It's important that you tell me that, oh, this might have so forth and so forth. Because if you don't tell me yes, I don't record them. When anything goes down, we'll both meet ourselves in court. So, literally, I've just had this, I don't know if it's a lawyer or whatever, but honestly speaking, it has actually always worked for me. So, for every time I'm going to get something, they already understand that, oh, they will not start telling me, from even before I ask, this one, like this you go do, this one if you do this thing, this one if you do that thing. And I mean, that's how it works, actually.
So do you think these influencers can regain the trust back if they've lost it?
For someone like me, they cannot regain it.
Like,
And I
again,
think you're
that's
just
why
one out of 1 million.
Exactly. That's someone like me.
No, I think there are many people that would not actually. This whole other.
Do you know that people are actually scared of buying things
do you think it's just a word that you just laugh about? This is something that a lot of people have actually dealt with. So I'm very sure there are so many people in her shoes actually.
Hello, are you there? Hi, are you there?
God did not let me message such a person. All right, thank you all for today's conversation. It's been very insightful, and we've learned one or two things. This is just a cue for you to be very, very alert before you purchase things online and to make your research about any products that you want to get. Influencers marketing is a good thing, it's a good cause, and it should be used the right way. And that's all we have on Ways this morning. Join us again tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. to discuss trending issues. Bye.
Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Osayome Sale from Ways Primetime. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?